You make smiles for Marcel. Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. I'm here to inform you about a person renowned in history. Very well known, but it's early in the morning. I'm pretty sure everybody wants to hear about history. I'm going to be talking about Genghis Khan and the Mongol Empire. And he was born Temujin in a nomadic tribe of horsemen in north of China, which is present-day Mongolia. Nobody knows the exact date he was born. There wasn't public records. There's a lot of mystery around this guy. It's all people really know truly about him is what he's done, and well, he had a big legacy. When we think of great people, we think of people like the Alexander the Greats, the Napoleons, people who are considered quote-unquote great, but doesn't mean they were great people. There's not enough time to highlight everything that he does, but I'm going to be talking about his reign in Northeast Asia during his time, the genetic legacy he left behind, and the impact his empire left, his Mongol Empire left. From Empire's Twilight, from the Northeast Asia under the Mongols, from the American Historical Review, stated that to really know what he did, you have to know many different languages, because his empire stretched from China all the way to Russia. It's one of the biggest empires that has existed in history. So you need to know many different languages, and also this article also stated that he had the fastest mode of transport at the time, which was the horse, which is really kind of hard to grasp today, since we can send a text and it can reach halfway across the world in a day. But at that time, the fastest was a horse, which happened to be his army. And you see the barbarian status of the pillager who goes and destroys villages, and that's all nice and dandy, but actually not really. But you can actually see this impact is left genetically, which goes to my second point, which they did a test from the American Journal of Human Genetics, where they tested the Y chromosomes of many different regions of Northeast Asia, and it showed that 8% of males were descendants of the Mongols, which results in 0.5% of the male population, which is 1 out of 200 people. And that is kind of a lot considering a small region, and a person whose empire lasted from 1206 to 1386, which was so just a small span of 150 years, and much time has passed since. Genghis Khan really had left a genetic legacy on humanity, and you can notice this in present-day Mongolia, where you see people with red hair and green eyes in the population, which is one of the two unique features of the human race, I guess. Which all this leads into the impact that he left behind once his empire collapsed in 1386 from his grandsons. Because of the Khan, from the law of Genghis Khan, from the Law and Business Review of the Americas, he is responsible for. He's one of the first empires to promote religious tolerance, because he didn't care what you believed in as long as you paid your taxes, and he was one of the people who connected China to the European world, which eventually brought gunpowder to the Europeans. And remember, and we all know once Europeans got gunpowder, it was all over. In conclusion, Genghis Khan, there's so much little we know about Genghis Khan, but all we know is what he actually did do and the impact that he left behind. Thank you.